Okay. So it took like an extra 30 seconds to try and like adjust it, so I'm pretty center. Am I center? I think so. Huh? That would have been a great way to start off. So, what were my low, my high, and my kindness yesterday? So, let's see, what was my low? I guess not really too much in the way of a low, other than, I really do kind of gotta get on the ball as to because as of late, I've actually been reading the Dragon Ball Super manga, which comes out monthly, and like the 20th is when it premiered, and September 18th is going to be like when the next chapter comes out. That one's monthly, so it's I can wait long. So yeah, even after all these years, I'm still a fan of Dragon Ball. Anyway, I guess I should explain the only reason why I'm not really doing manga chapter reactions on that is because, as much as I love Dragon Ball, there really isn't much for me to talk about that everyone else on the internet hasn't already said. Like, seriously, it had already been a day when this month's chapter was released, and someone dropped something upstairs. Anyway, when the chapter was released, and like everybody was talking about it, so pretty obvious. As much as I love it, I'm not really going to be doing reactions on that. So yeah, so be a little bit more on the ball when the chapter does come out. Unfortunately, a month is kind of on the long side for me to remember when it comes out. I mean, I know now it's going to be the 18th. I say it on camera tonight, I have like physical evidence where like, I'll say it now, and then like, it gets past the 18th, and like, darn, I did it again, didn't I? That's exactly what would happen to me. Okay, so, be a little more on the ball when the chapters come out for Dragon Ball Super. I guess my high is, just the fact that, I did go to Reese's yesterday. I pretty much had a pretty nice day, stayed in. Actually, I went to this one meeting, and there was like a whole like pizza of, there was a whole like, it was only a small pepperoni from Pudgy's. I'm like, cool, dinner. So that was pretty sweet. Yeah. I mean, I mentioned this before, but Pudgy's is Pudgy's is good. Pudgy's is an okay pizza joint. I mentioned this before, it's not like to the levels of Anelio's or Atlas or Vincenzo's, but it has several franchises all throughout the area. In fact, no kidding, there's actually one down the street from where I live. I could walk there. I have walked there before. I mean, I don't want to go there now because it's like 6. Oh, actually, it's like 7:15 in the morning as I'm recording this, so I don't even think they're open yet. But yeah, they are a proven commodity. They have some prestige to them. There's like one down the street from where I live, one up the street on the north side in Elmira, one in Horseheads near Hanover Square, one in Corning, one in Bath. Yeah, Pudgy's are everywhere. It's actually insane in a good way. So yeah, Pudgy's pizza for dinner last night. Cool. Get myself wings from, get myself wings and pizza wings for dinner. That's cool, right? And my act of kindness yesterday was Friday is usually when I show for my grandmother to get her hair done, which is what she did. And needless to say, she looked fabulous after it was all over. But she's my grandma. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would have said she's my grandma. I love my grandma. I'm gonna say nice things about her no matter what. But she really did look very nice. I'm not even trying to show any bias in there. She really did look very nice after getting her hair done. She always does it like weekly, but still nice. Plus, me driving around is some good old-fashioned quality grandmother-grandson bonding time, which is always nice. I mean, I've never had a bad relationship with my grandma. Just it's just always nice spending time with the ones you love, and that's wonderful. Speaking of which, though, her birthday is actually coming up. Like August 31st is actually her birthday, so I should probably consider getting her a card. Gotta really think about that. Anyway, good morning and happy Saturday, everybody. So, in terms of what is going on this weekend, it's actually supposed to be like really nice. I actually stepped outside for a little bit, and it wasn't as cool as the previous several mornings have been. Like seriously, the last several mornings have been so cool that I immediately just had to like wear a jacket. It was that bad. But here, I just walked in with what I'm wearing right now, just like moseying along, and like this is nice. Nothing. I mean, I say mosey along. Really, all I had to do was later this afternoon, I'm heading up to Hugo Lake, and so I kind of have to make several trips from here to my car to get stuff into my car, so I can go to Hugo Lake when I'm able to. So time saver. Yeah, I actually do a lot of like prep work in terms of like getting these videos ready, in terms of making this place look neat a little bit. Whatever fares I'd rather have or stuff I'd rather have in my car at that moment in time, get it done, get over with. It's going to save you a lot of, time and trouble, which, is always good to take care of. So yeah, that's one way I was spent this morning. Oh. Sorry, I gotta keep this guy straight up. Gotta be presentable like that. This is like this is one long family portrait. What do you want? Okay. So in terms of what's going on tonight, nothing too big, really. I mean, I'm probably just gonna spend the day with my father, which, again, much like what I just said about grandmother-grandson bonding time, father-son time is always a good thing. Can't really complain about that, really. I mean, even though Father's Day is long gone, still nice to, be around him, head up to Hugo Lake, so that'd be nice. I mean, usually what he does is, on days like today, he'll usually because I mentioned this before, I was saying my father's a very religious man. I mean, I grew up in a Catholic family, so, if you think I'm religious, you have no idea of my father, for that matter. I can assure you that. So, he'll go to what's called confession at around 3 o'clock in Corning, come right up to Lake, meet me there, and then we go to church, and most likely Penn Yan at 5 o'clock, which, I like doing that. I like going to St. Michael's in Penn Yan. It's a very nice church. Very nice, very pristine. It's got history to it. No air conditioning though. If it's a particularly hot day, you are probably going to be dying of heat exhaustion. I can say that much. Seriously, there was one summer evening where my father and I went, and we're walking to his truck because we took one car, and he said, "Man, probably lost 10 pounds in there." Yeah, it was a hot afternoon. I can assure you, but it was a nice evening. So there's always that. Can't really say that there's much else in the realm of other things that have to be done or taken care of. I have this week is, I guess this week is probably just going to be preparing for my grandmother's, birthday, which, I got plenty of time. I mean, I've always been really good about getting, like, cards for, like, my family, like, far ahead of time. Like, back when we could actually go to the mall, there was there's one place isn't there. It was basically a Hallmark store. It's not there anymore. I think it's a place called Yesterday's, is where it is now. But anyway, like I would just like, it'd be like a week and a half ahead of time, and I'm like, no, I'm getting my birthday cards for bang, bang, bang for those. Because here's the thing, when we celebrate birthdays, they tend to like come in like one collective group. Like there's a collective group of birthdays in November in my family. A couple in August, technically. That's real. Well, technically in February too, but getting the people together for that would be kind of difficult because one of them's all the way out in Las Vegas. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah. All in all, it's been. Funny, full disclosure, it's actually my cousin's birthday today. So, happy birthday, cuz. I love you. Hope you and the rest of your family are doing well today. I mean, I know I wished you happy birthday earlier on Facebook, but now you had YouTube cred. So, yes. So, to my cousin, her 2 boys, her husband, obviously. So, 3. Actually, technically 5 boys because it's her husband. It's my cousin Eli and Hudson's parents is who they are. So yeah, my cousin, whose birthday day is Eli and Hudson's mother. And remember, I said I could name names of children and infants who do not have a social media page. So obviously they wouldn't be embarrassed or offended by anything I said. Although in this case, actually what I'm saying right now shouldn't embarrass them, but you never know. So it's my cousin, their mother's birthday today, and so technically her and her 5 boys. So you have her husband, Eli and Hudson, and she actually has 2 Shih Tzus, dogs. Their names are Sully and Arthur. So yeah, I hope that entire family is doing well. So yeah, I mean. I guess I've always really known that, like, birthdays in my family are kind of, like, in one collective, like, whole. I mean, technically they're scattered, like, throughout, but, like, a good amount of them, you could, like, just have one giant party together, and that's really kind of neat. I mean, full disclosure, a couple of my cousins and I have, like, birthdays right around the same time. Like, I have one cousin whose birthday is December 30th. One who's December 31st, and you have me, who's December 28th. So, very much at the end of the year. So, yeah. I'm actually one of those, I say one of those lucky individuals. Technically, there's, like, hundreds of millions of people like me. Where, like, technically my age, like, the last digit of my age is, like, the last digit of the calendar year. So in that regard, it's actually easy to know how old I am. Like, I was born December 28th, 1989, so I had all of, like, 1990 right before, I turned 1, and all 1991 was 1, so yeah. So in the year 2020, I am 30 years old. That's how I've always been able to remember it. It's so weird, too, because, like, growing up, I always had, like, an innate fear of, like, worrying that I was going to forget my own birthday or how old I was. I mean, I actually worried about that for like quite a couple of years. And, I actually kind of remember why I got over it. Because I think I was around like, because I think the first time I really got nervous around my birthday was around, I was like 10 years, I was like, I'm 10 years old now. This is like pretty big, right? This is like way back when. And then I guess I had just sort of like an existential crisis where I'm like crying and bawling about the fact it's my birthday. And, my mom walked up to me and she said, what's wrong? And, I talked it over with her and, then I asked her, like, what about the future? Like, what if I forget my birthday? What if I forget how old I am? What if I forget my name? And then my mom said, you're not going to forget. Because you're going to call me and I'm going to remember. Wow, I just got really emotional. Holy cow. Probably a little early to do this, so I think at some point today I'm going to call my mom. Wow, I did not mean to cry right now, that's for sure. Right, I'm cool. Remember kids, it's okay to cry. It always is. Right, I should probably wrap this up, so, like, favorite, share, hit the subscribe button, follow me on social media, so you can YouTube. I'm very humble in this video for all of you guys who watch the show, fam. Hopefully you all have a wonderful Saturday. And remember, if you guys want to talk to channels, you're going to be here to let you know, sit back, take care, and make good choices. And as for me, I'm going to see if maybe I can call my mom and, talk to her a little bit. She's probably at work right now, but I guess it's worth the risk. See ya.